Hello and thank you for joining us tonight at 6. I'm Sarah Horbacewicz. Right now, Faulkner County Sheriffs and the Mayflower Police Department are looking into another interstate shooting near Mayflower. This is their second one this week. And here's what we know right now. The Mayflower police released information about the shooting a little over an hour ago in a Facebook post. They say the shooting happened on the westbound ramp of I-40 just after noon today. One man was hit and taken to a nearby hospital, but there is no information on his condition. Police say they need help finding the driver of a gray or silver four-door car. If you know anything about this incident, you're asked to call Mayflower Police. A wanted teen is still on the run tonight. The search for 15-year-old Tyler Bland continues after a possible sighting of the teen yesterday led to the lockdown of 2 Little Rock schools. LRPD says they got a call around 10 Friday morning from a family member of Bland's. The family member said they were bringing him to the police station to turn him in when he jumped out of the car and ran away. Shortly after, Central High and Stevens Elementary went on lockdown. Police then searched the area with no luck, and they're still trying to find him.
At this time, there has been no confirmed sighting by law enforcement that he was ever there, so we are still looking into that. At this time, we don't have the 100% that he was there.
Tyler Bland is wanted for capital murder in the death of Noel Marks. That happened last month at the Big Country Chateau Apartments. He's also wanted for questioning in another capital murder that happened in Little Rock, though police are not releasing any details on that at this time. We have another THV11 update tonight. Nearly all gun owners that use a stabilizing brace will have to register their weapon with the government or risk a felony. This comes after a new rule yesterday from the ATF. That's the national office that sets regulations for firearms. Now, weapons with the brace will be classified as a short-barreled rifle. This means once the rule is published in the Federal Register, brace owners will have 120 days to register or destroy it. The rule comes after concern that people misuse the brace to shoot from their shoulder like a bump stock. The ATF says this will not impact braces that are designed for people with disabilities and cannot be shouldered. Today, we asked the ATF when gun owners can expect those 120 days to start, but have not yet heard back. We'll have more on this tonight at 10.
Well, we had a sun-filled start to the weekend. It was an overall cool afternoon, just a very typical January day. Here's a look at what we saw temperature-wise across the region. We struggled to reach 50 degrees earlier this afternoon once the clouds began to roll in, filtered out a little bit of some of that sunshine as well. Temperatures ranged anywhere from low 40s to our north and east to mid 50s to our south and west. Right now, we're sitting at 41. It is mostly cloudy out there. The clouds are beginning to slowly increase into the overnight hours. We'll say anywhere from partly cloudy to mostly cloudy tonight. Temperatures will be dropping to around the freezing mark once again, with more clouds in the forecast for your Sunday, but some warmer temperatures as we head into the new week. So I'll let you know what else we can expect as we go into next week, which does include the chance for some rain, a couple rounds of that. That's coming up.
All right, thanks, Corrales. Now, in national headlines, the White House announced earlier today that an additional 5 classified documents were found at President Biden's home in Wilmington, Delaware this week. Christian Benavides has more on this developing story.
Lawyers for President Biden say they found more classified documents at his Delaware home this week. The news comes after the White House announced Thursday that one page was discovered during a search of the president's private library. Saturday's disclosure brings that number to 6. That's in addition to documents found in December in the president's garage. And CBS News has learned that approximately 10 documents marked classified and discovered in November at his former offices in the Penn Biden Center in Washington from when he was vice president included top secret material.
To be labeled top secret, information needs to be judged to be extraordinarily damaging to the United States should it get into the wrong hands.
On Thursday, White House Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre was asked whether Mr. Biden could guarantee more would not turn up.
You should assume that it's been completed, yes.
A White House lawyer, Richard Sauber, released a statement Saturday saying in part, "While I was transferring it to the DOJ officials who accompanied me, 5 additional pages with classification markings were discovered among the material with it, for a total of 6 pages. The DOJ officials with me immediately took possession of them." Sauber said the White House will cooperate with the special counsel Robert Hur, who was appointed by Attorney General Merrick Garland to investigate the matter. The White House says the president did not know the previously discovered records were in his home, adding that his team reached out to the National Archives and Justice Department when they were discovered. Cristian Benavides, CBS News.
Now turning to news about your money. As inflation continues to make things more expensive, Americans are turning to loans to make up the difference. A new report from Lending Tree ranks Arkansas in the top 5 for the highest rate of consumers seeking loans amid inflation. 500,000 anonymous credit reports were analyzed based off credit checks in the past 6 months, with nearly 56% of Arkansans seeking loans. Mississippi has the highest rate at just 58%. Arkansas comes in 5th with 55.8%, and Oklahoma has the 8th highest rate at 52.6%. Meanwhile, you may have noticed an increase in your car insurance rates. The uptick in cost for vehicle parts might be to blame. Staying insured is clearly important, and it's the law. But tonight, as Frederick Price shows us, one insurance agent is warning against what they say is a risky practice drivers are trying to avoid paying a higher premium.
Like most things right now, repairing something as simple as a fender bender is costing mechanics like D. Coleman more.
Parts are higher today than they were 2 years ago.
More than 15%, he tells me.
I think I purchased a headlight that would be normally about $200. I'm looking at about $275 my cost.
Inflation and supply and demand, the reason behind this, no secret there. Among the cars at his shop ready to roll out, good as new,
You got a headlight that's damaged, grill is damaged.
this Toyota Camry that had quite a run-in with a deer.
This job could cost from $5,000 to $7,000 to repair.
And not only is it expensive on Coleman's end, but insurance companies are also paying more to repair parts on a vehicle, driving insurance rates up.
It's a direct correlation to the cost of materials.
Ivan Hudson is an insurance agent. He says rates have risen as much as 15% this year, causing some drivers to take risky measures to save money.
Some people are reducing their liability limits and their coverage.
Hudson says there are other ways to reduce the premium while keeping the same plan. He recommends raising your deductible. This encourages carriers to not file a claim just because they have coverage. Have your insurance company install a car tracking device that can monitor your driving habits. And finally, asking for a discount can make all the difference.
I've seen claim experiences of individuals that wish they had the higher coverages.
Because no one wants to be in a situation without the best coverage, he says. In Little Rock, Frederick Price, THV 11 News.
And tonight we have a traffic update for folks who go under I-30 using Broadway Street in North Little Rock. We're looking at a time lapse right now of ongoing construction beneath the Broadway Bridge. If you're traveling through this area over the weekend, you'll have to detour around it to Riverfront Drive or Bishop Lindsay Avenue. The area will also be closed next weekend as work on I-30 will cause more road closures throughout the month. We have a full list of those scheduled closures on our website at thv11.com.